Okay, so I want to tell a little story. Another story about basic training at Fort Sill and this thing that happened. Alright, and another Williams story. Back to back Williams stories. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, who didn't hear the original Williams story, he was this big, bad, like, gangster motherfucker from the streets in San Antonio. One of the baddest guys I met in my life. This guy was about 260 pounds. He was basically like a human tank, right? Thick ass neck. Like, nobody wanted to fuck with this guy. Nobody. I mean, he would try to get people to fight him on purpose. Nobody would do it. Like, yeah, no volunteers there. And he almost never lost a match in combatives. I don't even know if he was really a wrestler, but he was just smart and he picked things up real quick and he was incredibly physically strong and he was athletic. So almost no one could beat him at wrestling. Either way. And we also had this guy named Johnson, right? This little black guy. This guy was a fucking midget, right? He must have been about 4'9" or 4'10", like a literal midget in the army. By far the shortest soldier I ever met. And despite his obvious lack of size, this guy was a badass motherfucker. This was like the world's baddest midget. I mean, he was ripped from head to toe. He didn't have a whole lot from head to toe, but for what he did have, he was just jacked. I mean, this guy was like a 4'9", like black Arnold Schwarzenegger. Every inch of this guy's body was muscle. And, he'd get like a 300 on every PT test. And, like, nobody fucked with this guy. I remember one time, we had to do pull-ups for PT. And me and him were pull-up partners. And I'm supposed to help people up to the bar. Yeah, he's like, get the fuck out of my way. I don't need your help. And he proceeds to rip off about 15 or 20 pull-ups in a row. And every single pull-up, he would lift his entire body over the bar. I mean, there wasn't much to pull up, but I don't give a shit. That was pretty impressive. I've never seen anyone do that before. His whole body, like 20 times in a row. I'm like, God damn, this is a bad fucking midget. I wouldn't want to fight this guy. I wouldn't want to face him in combatives. He'd probably choke my ass out. Yeah, well, we didn't know how bad Johnson really was until the day that we're doing combatives, and they decided to match him up against Williams, probably the biggest guy in like our entire platoon. Like I said, Williams was just a fucking monster, right? This guy's like the size of like an NFL defensive end, weight-wise, anyways. And Johnson is a midget. And I guess the drill sergeants did this as a joke. They didn't think Johnson would stand a chance. And everyone starts laughing when they announced it. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. Johnson's bad as fuck, son. Don't underestimate this guy. Like, I don't know if he could beat Williams, but he's going to give Williams a good fight. Like, shut up, Levy. Like, he's a midget. Look how big Just watch. Mark my words. So, they go at it. And about, I don't know, not even 10 seconds into this match, 5 or 10 seconds into it, Johnson slips behind Williams and starts choking him out, right? Like, just choking the living shit out of him. And all of us were like, oh! 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 Yo, bro! That midget's fucking choking out Williams, yo! Holy shit! I don't believe this. I fucking told you. You don't listen to me. No one listens to Levy. Even though I turn out to be right most of the time. And this went on for a while, right? Thank God for Williams. He had this thick-ass neck, and Johnson had these short, stubby little arms. And he just could not get a proper choke on. And Williams is just on the ground, like on his knees, like shaking back and forth, trying to get this guy off. And he won't get off. He was so strong. And then finally, after a few minutes, he throws Johnson off and he gets him. But yeah, that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen, right? I mean, holy shit. You imagine some little 4'9" midget just choking the shit out of some stocky gorilla the size of an NFL defensive end. Yeah. Oh, I wish I had a video of that shit. Oh, I'd pay to watch it again. And of course, Williams, even though he actually won in the end, was humiliated that it happened at all. And he starts like denying it. Like, Williams, you got choked out by a midget, bro. Yeah, that little nigga didn't fucking choke me out. Shut the fuck up, yo. That shit never happened. We watched it. We were all watching it, Williams. Just give it a rest. Shit happens. Oh man, that was some shit. But yeah, so that was my little story about Guy Williams in basic again, and this little midget Johnson, baddest midget on earth, and how he came this close to choking Williams out in a combatives match and humiliating him for life. What a guy. What a fucking guy.